Good evening once again. I'm Stephanie Ruhle, and we begin this evening with the dramatic spike in violent threats against FBI agents. Threats so concerning that President Biden is now being briefed on the danger. The Bureau has been under attack from former President Trump himself and his allies ever since that search at his home, Mar-a-Lago, just 1 week ago. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security have issued an official joint intelligence bulletin warning of a rise in threats to federal law enforcement officials. That extraordinary warning about the potential for attacks targeting law enforcement, presumably carried out by supporters of the former president. And just today, a Pennsylvania man was arrested for threatening to kill FBI agents, threats he posted on a social media website. You'll recall it was just 4 days ago, an armed man fired a nail gun into a Cincinnati FBI office. He was later killed during a standoff with police. At the same time, Attorney General Merrick Garland may soon have to decide whether to pursue charges against Donald Trump or his allies over the handling of those very classified records that were seized down at Mar-a-Lago. And tonight, the Wall Street Journal is reporting it took Garland weeks to decide whether to approve that application for the search warrant. One of the reporters who broke that story described what happened during that period of time.
He met with Justice Department officials and other FBI officials for weeks in private meetings, weighing the ins and outs of such a high-profile, politically sensitive move. He does not want to make any sort of misstep that is going to be then, allowing the case to be questioned in court.
On Friday, the DOJ released a warrant and some of the documents from that search. Now the department is under pressure to reveal the actual affidavit for the investigation. But prosecutors are trying to prevent that from happening. Today, in a court filing, they cited the possible risk to, quote, an ongoing law enforcement investigation that implicates national security. The court filing also warns of, quote, significant and irreparable damage to this ongoing criminal investigation should the details be made public. Prosecutors also noted releasing the affidavit could chill future cooperation by witnesses. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton has been speaking out about the recovery of classified documents from Trump's Florida home. Bolton says he and his White House colleagues had, quote, deep concerns about Trump's handling of documents.
The president had a habit of asking to retain sensitive documents. And from time to time, he did that, and we didn't know what happened to them. And it was always a concern that because he didn't really fully understand the risks to sources and methods and other dangers of revealing classified information, that it might get out to the wrong people.
Of course, it was not so much a concern that John Bolton and others spoke out about it at the time. He waited months and months and months. There's also news tonight about the Justice Department's January 6th investigation. Politico reporting a federal grand jury has now subpoenaed Trump White House lawyer Eric Hirschman for documents and testimony. You remember him, the witness with that, I'd say, notable artwork behind him for all those videos that we watched for weeks. He's the guy who told the January 6th committee that he has suggested John Eastman, quote, get a great effing criminal defense lawyer. The vice chair on that committee is a candidate in one of tomorrow's crucial primary elections, one that could mark the end of a political dynasty of sorts. You know who I'm talking about, Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney. She is facing Trump-backed challenger Harriet Hageman. Cheney, whose father, of course, was a fixture in Washington for decades, Republican Washington for decades, she has held her House seat for 6 years. But polls are now showing Hageman well ahead of Cheney in tomorrow's primary. Alaska's GOP Senator Lisa Murkowski also facing a candidate who's got Trump support, but Murkowski is expected to win her primary.